let's keep it simple. Okay, which house rules spirituality in an astrological chart? It depends where you are on your spiritual path and on your focus. But there are 3 houses that are directly and intimately connected with spirituality. House 9 is the most obvious one, because spirituality is the house that draws you into a special journey inward, into our psyche, into our soul, and eventually into spirit itself. It's the essence of House 9, acquiring knowledge. You read books, you read your favorite scripture, depending on the tradition you follow, or you switch between traditions and you explore different concepts and different frameworks for thinking and acting within the realm of spirituality, which is the things you do to proceed in that journey. So that's all House 9. You also meet teachers, priests also. It's the same purpose. They will give you knowledge so that you can continue this path into this special journey. I will come back to House 9 after we analyze the other 2 houses. At this point, we need to analyze, why do we want to go into a special journey? What's so interesting about it? Different people probably have different purposes for that. So I'm going to focus on what my purpose was. The real purpose for me was liberation from suffering. And now I realize that that's the main purpose of spirituality for just about anybody. We may take the scenic route to realize that, but that's what we want. We want to be happy and make others happy, make the world happy and more beautiful, so that we can all share this beauty and love which we ascribe to God, which really is inside us, not anywhere outside, not anywhere at the end of that special journey. So that special journey ends inside us. It doesn't end anywhere else. So if it ends inside us, it ends in House 3, because once the liberation of suffering dawns, the only thing that's left of spirituality is to express it in the world. My motto is truth, love, and beauty. And if liberation of suffering has dawned, that's what our life becomes. In the Eastern tradition, there is the notion of dharma. That's what it is. You express truth, you express love, and you express beauty. And that's possible only when liberation of suffering has dawned. So we have 2 houses already that are deeply related to spirituality. House 9, where you receive the light of the sun, and then you process it and you have a bunch of experiences, you have insights. And then there's House 3, where the moon reflects all that sun, because that's what must happen. You cannot receive the light of the sun and keep it inside you. It doesn't make sense. That's not how God works, right? If God is to be found inside, then it must flow. Okay, the light is reflected and it's expressed. It doesn't belong anywhere. It doesn't belong to anyone. There's no authority either. So House 9 and House 3. However, for the light of the sun to be reflected in House 3, a number of things must be set right. And the things that are against this light and reflection of light belong to one particular house in the astrological chart, and that's House 12. In a way, the purpose of spirituality is to get House 12 out of the way, because it's the only thing in between us and this freedom, this liberation of suffering that we hope to achieve or reach when traversing the spiritual path. So the other house that's related to spirituality is House 12. Some of the spiritual work is done in House 9. Read books. You need to visit teachers. You need to pursue experiences. And those experiences will eventually bear some fruit. When the spiritual worker is ripe, he or she is going to go into House 12 and do the work there. And the work in House 12 is not done with books and teachers and praying and meditation. No. It's done with a bucket, soap, and a brush, because we need to clean our psyche. We need to clean our body. We need to clean our souls, so to speak. So in religion, there's the notion of purgatory. Purgatory is the trip you take through house 12. You take that trip with knowledge and awareness. There's no way to do it without knowledge and awareness. But there must be a desire. There must be an openness to face our suffering, because that's the requirement when dealing with house 12. And once that work is advanced or finished, then house 3 becomes clean and you can reflect the light from house 9. So those are the 3 houses related to spirituality: house 9, house 3, and house 12.